I'd like to now show you how homework is done at the website. So students go to the Mathisasport website. They have their own individual login and password. And as you can see, there's exercises for each of the various chapters that we're covering. I'm going to go to the very simplest one, not because this is typical of what they do at the website, but just to give you a sense of how it works for the easiest exercises so that we can get through them more quickly. So, student begins. I'm going to just adjust the screen slightly so you can see a little bit better what's over here. A student begins with the first exercise. Let me just adjust this slightly here. All right, so the student is going to start with the simple addition practice. And here the question, again, let me get the screen in as well as I can. There we go. So they're going to start with this practice. 11 plus 5 is 16. 8 plus 8 is also 16. 12 plus 2 is 14. Notice what's happening up here. Rather than a certain number of problems that the student has to complete, they have to get a certain number of them correct in a row before they finish. This is a way of helping the students learn accuracy in their calculations. So once they had 4 correct in a row, you'll notice that they receive a check mark next to that area that they practice. Let's go on and quickly do another. And here we go. And here we go. And we need one more. Now, suppose a student didn't get this last one correct. They've worked on 3 problems. It's the 4th problem. Let's say they say the answer is 12. Not only do they not get this problem correct, notice that the system goes all the way back to just 0 out of 4 needed. And so the student has to get a certain number in a row, not complete a certain number period, in order to graduate to the next level. All right. So something new has changed here at the home screen, and that is now that the student has the 2 check marks next to the simple addition and adding integers sections, a new object has appeared, the quiz object. This is what the student is actually graded on for their homework. Quizzes combine the different areas that they've done practice in into a single drill. Let's see how that goes. There's their first score, -3 plus 7 is 4. Now I hope you'll notice a couple of things about what's going on here in the system. Namely, they have a certain amount of time to do as many problems correctly as possible. If they get one wrong, let's say they type in 13, it's not the end of the world, they just keep on going. The second thing to notice is that the student is receiving a score for the work that they're doing. This score directly corresponds to the grade that they're going to get for their homework. And it's a score that they can continue to improve as the drill goes on. As you can see, the student finished with a score of 75, which would give them an overall grade for that night's homework of a 75. But notice a couple of other things that have happened. First, and I apologize for having to slide the screen over, you'll notice that the check marks have disappeared. That's because the student missed one in this area and one in this area. The quiz has also disappeared. Before they can retake the quiz and try to improve their score, they need to redo the practice. And so the practice is untimed. Now they fixed that. Now they go back and they fix this practice. Now they fix that. This way we can target the areas where the students are having difficulty and only practice those particular types of problems that are giving them difficulty. Now, and here's perhaps the most innovative thing about the system, the student is now free to retake the quiz. They can take this quiz as many times as they like in order to get the score that they want for their homework. If they take the quiz and get a score that's lower than 75, nothing changes, because the computer only saves the highest score that they've gotten. If they take the quiz and get a higher score than 75, that becomes their new score on the homework. And gradually over the course of the year, they accumulate a quiz average and they complete more and more parts of the curriculum. So I hope this gives you some idea of the kind of practice that students are expected to do each night. It's by no means representative of all the work that we do in the class. In the class we work on many more higher order thinking issues, but getting these basic mechanics of algebra down is so important and requires practice, and that's why we in fact have them working on it each night. I want to come back to what I said at the beginning, and that is I hope you'll keep in mind, parents, that preparing your students not just to pass this class but to be successful in college is our real aim. I hope that you will work closely with me as we try to help the students learn the habits that will help them be successful, as well as the core understanding of mathematics that they need. Thanks very much, and please be sure to reach out to me either by email or text message if you have questions.